Welcome to another Sam tutoring video. My name is Samuel and I'm a private tutor based in London. And today I'm going to be giving important information about the upcoming results day for A-levels and GCSEs, and also giving my top tips on how you can best navigate the day. Firstly, let's discuss how the GCSEs and A-levels are going to be awarded this summer. Now, we all remember how much fun that controversial algorithm was last year. Fortunately, they've ditched that and they're going to be going with just your teacher assessed grades. Now, your teachers would have used a range of sources to determine your grade and submitted these to the examination board. Now, some of the evidence they could have used could have been assessments that you've already done and/or mocks, or non-exam assessments such as coursework, even if it's incomplete. The grades for art and design students would have been based only on their portfolio. Now, when your grade was being calculated, you should have only been assessed on content that you had been taught, and you will not actually be aware of the grade until results day. Now, your school or college would have decided the evidence that they used to determine your grade, and this would have been specific to each individual and each subject. Your school should, however, tell you the pieces of work which count towards your overall grade before it was submitted to the exam board. Your individual grades would have been signed off by your teacher, head of department, and head teacher or principal before being submitted to the examination board, who would have then checked how your school calculated your grades and made sure their policies were appropriate. Now, let's look at some key dates for results day. Now, results day this year is going to be very different than in previous years. For example, A-level results day is on Tuesday the 10th of August and is being released at the same time as Scottish Highers, which is normally released a week earlier. GCSE results day is 2 days later, not a week later like it usually is, and will be on Thursday the 12th of August. If you're doing vocational and/or technical qualifications such as BTECs or core maths, a lot of the arrangements are going to be the same. You will receive your results no later than A-level or GCSE results day. Now, moving on to private candidates. If you are a private candidate and you don't study with a school or college, for example, students studying independently and those retaking, or possibly even students that are being homeschooled, you will have to provide evidence in the same vein as the type of evidence that I previously listed. And the particular exam center that you're affiliated to will tell you about their particular assessment approach, which will be checked by the exam board. If you're a student that is entitled to reasonable adjustment, so this could include something like being allowed extra time during an exam, your school or college have a responsibility to take this into account when determining your teacher assessed grade. This is also relevant when taking exceptional circumstances into account, such as bereavement or sickness or anything else that could have impacted your performance when evidence was being produced. Make sure to discuss this with your school or college if you are concerned about this. So, what do you do if you think your grade was wrong? If you are worried that the grade you received is wrong, you can appeal, but it's important to note that your grade could go up, stay the same, or even go down. Appeals are free to students in state-funded centres and for private candidates. The deadline for the exam board to receive an appeal from your school or college is Friday the 17th of September 2021 or Monday the 23rd of August 2021 if you have a university place riding on the outcome of an appeal. If you do choose to appeal, you should make your preferred university, sixth form or college aware of your situation. Your school or college, however, will set their own deadlines of when they will receive appeals from students. Please note that Gcse has extended the advisory deadline for universities to hold places till Wednesday the 8th of September. But double check this with your university because this is an advisory deadline, not set in stone. If you would like to know more information about the appeal process, there is guidance that has been issued by Ofqual and that is linked in the description. Now, let's talk about taking exams in the autumn. If you would like to take the exams, you can, as the exam boards will be offering exams in October for AS and A-levels and in November and December for GCSEs. Exams will be available for all GCSE and A-level subjects and for AS, biology, chemistry, physics, maths and further maths. The exams will be standard format except for English literature, history, and ancient history. This will probably mean they are different to the internal assessments that may have been used when your teacher assessment grade was being calculated. This could mean that you're tested on more content than you covered at school, so if you haven't up till now learnt the content on your specification, you would be expected to have learnt it by the time you take your exam. If you get a higher grade in the autumn exams, you can ask the exam board to provide a new certificate showing your higher grade. Now we know how GCSEs and A-levels are going to be delivered this year, let's discuss some of my top tips when navigating results day. Tip number one I'm going to give is prepare beforehand. I cannot stress enough how much easier things become when you have a plan of action for different scenarios. If you secure your first choice university, college, or sixth form, then congratulations, a brilliant achievement. But if things don't go to plan, you're going to need a plan B, C, D, maybe even a plan E. And this will help reduce stress and give you a massive head start whilst you're deciding the next steps that you want to take. Do some research beforehand. Look at courses, look at colleges, look at universities, look at other institutions that you may be interested in. Have a look at virtual campus tours. If you're able to go there in person, even better. The clearing service from Gcse is already in operation. I've made a video on that and how it will be working this year. You can start looking for courses right now. There are going to be a lot more courses that are available on results day, maybe more so that are suited to what you're looking for, but you can at least get an idea beforehand and do your research. If you're selecting A-levels or vocational qualifications, have university and further education in mind, because some of those courses will have certain requirements. If you're going to university, also look into accommodation. If you are securing a new place during or after results day, you may not be eligible for your first choice accommodation. It also helps to think ahead as far as you can, so think about graduate opportunities and the skills that you are learning during your course. If you're not too sure about what you want to do in the future, don't pick a course that's too specific. Tip number two is try a thing. Now, if there's a course or an institution that you really want to go to, reach out and speak to them directly. Sometimes, even if you don't quite have the grades, they may be able to let you in. Now, I'm not talking about the clearing or adjustment features in Gcse. Sometimes it's necessary to just call and try a thing. The worst that can happen is that they say no, so it's definitely worth having a go. Tip number three is to think very carefully about the decisions you're making. You're going to be spending the next 2 or 3 years of your life studying a course and being at an institution, so it's essential that you make the right decision for you. Take as much time as you can and really think about what it is that you want to do. Preparing beforehand will definitely help because it gets you thinking about what you want to do and the options available. Don't make any decisions out of fear or because of friends or family. The cold hard truth is, especially at university level, once they have checked your grades and they're happy to make you an offer, they're going to collect your tuition fees whether you're on the right course or right institution or not. Some universities will even accept students with grades far beneath their normal entry requirements, so you definitely need to make sure that you're making the best decision for you, because the uni is going to collect your coins come rain or shine. So please think very carefully about the decisions you make on results day, and hopefully you'll make a decision that future you will thank you for later. Tip number 4 is to get up early. Now, there may be a lot of important decisions that you need to make on results day, so it's definitely not the day to have a lie-in. Make sure you get up early, make sure you're well fed and hydrated, have all your necessary login details and information along with a notepad to jot things down. It could be a long day, you may spend a lot of time on the phone, so also be prepared for this. Tip number 5 is to speak to the relevant people. So your teachers and career advisors, if you have one at your school or college, will be around on results day to give you advice and to celebrate with you if everything goes to plan. Let them know what you're planning to do. They can't make the decisions for you, but they can give you advice. Use the wealth of experience they have to your advantage. Also have conversations with your family, carers, and loved ones. Other sources for advice include the National Careers Service, which have a dedicated helpline. Also check out Career Pilot, who have lots of resources online. which I will link all of those in the description. And there you have it, some important information as well as some of my top tips and advice on how to navigate results day. I've also made a video taking you through the clearing process, so please do have a look at that. This video is based on the guidance released by Ofqual for students and carers. You can find it linked in the description along with other resources that you may find useful. You will also find the companion article linked below. Please share this video with anyone you know who is collecting results to help them get prepared. And don't forget to subscribe and follow me on socials for more education content. I wish you the absolute best on results day. If it does go to plan, well done. You've achieved a great thing in the midst of such a difficult situation globally. If it doesn't quite go to plan, take heart. There are better days coming if you learn from the experience. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next one. Bye-bye.